Yesterday's gold had its biggest price fall in 12 years, and overnight the price fall continues, though it has moderated a little bit this morning. It's not the only thing that's fallen. We're talking about Bitcoin and platinum, similar drops. Business editor Ross Greenwood is with me now. And Ross, it was pretty hard to explain why gold has been rising in price. So why is it dropped?
Well, it's similarly difficult to explain why it's fallen, right? So it's true. And mind you, some of the stuff in particular that Annalise was talking about a little earlier with the United States, those sanctions on Russian oil, that could have a little bit to do with it. Remember that the US dollar is the main trading currency of the world. And for a long period of time, countries including Russia and China have really tried to take away that dominance of the US dollar. So what's taken place is really a lot of people as an alternative have gone to, say, gold prices. They've gone to precious metals, including platinum. They've gone to cryptocurrencies as alternatives to holding the US dollar. But the US dollar fundamentally has still remained very strong. Let's have a quick look at it and see what's happened with different bits and pieces. Here's the gold price. These are live prices, still above $4,000 US an ounce, but had got out towards 4,200. This is the past 3 days. Down 4% at one stage, down nearly 9% at its very worst. It has come back. So this is the gold price over a year. So the price still is up by almost 50% over the past year. So it's been a staggering run for the gold price. This is Bitcoin. This is where it's gone to. It's dropped off just a little bit more overnight. If we keep on going further forward, have a look at the spike, what it's done in the past 3 days, and then collapse. So again, this is this whole change in attitude, and this again is Bitcoin over the past year. Same thing with platinum. Let's have a look at that, because precious metals, doesn't matter whether it's diamonds or platinum, anything with a store of value. This is the current platinum price, about $1,600 US an ounce. This is what it's done in the last little period of time. Big fall, suddenly a big rise off the back of it. And let's have a quick look back over the past year. Up by 55%. So you can see really this whole trend, massive spikes in prices of these precious metals, plus also of these cryptocurrencies. And then also on top of that, you've got these very dramatic movements. But as I say, a lot of it has got to do with the US dollar, about Donald Trump, and therefore, as a result, where it sits in the whole trading of the world.
Yes, so he's also announced, as you say, in the last, really just hour, US sanctions on 2 major Russian oil companies.
Oil and Rosneft.
That's right. So what impact has that had?
So it has an immediate impact because quite clearly they're a part of OPEC+, they're a part of the global supply, and sanctions have not been placed on these companies before, which allowed them to be able to continue to trade with countries such as India and China. Now, Donald Trump had put bigger tariffs on India as a result of it buying Russian oil. It has not done the same thing to China. Now, direct tariffs. So let's just go and have a quick look at that oil price now, see where it sits. So these, again, live prices up by 5% in the past day. So you can see they had been down around $60 US. This is what's happened in the past week. So you can see there, again, big fall, then a big rise off the back of this latest action. So let's go to Donald Trump just announcing this a short time ago.
They're massive sanctions. It's sanctions on oil. The 2 biggest oil companies, among the biggest in the world, but they're Russian. They do a lot of oil. And hopefully it'll push, hopefully he'll become reasonable, and hopefully Zelensky will be reasonable too. You know, it takes 2 to tango, as they say. And we're going to find out. They hate each other. These 2 people hate each other.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Certainly do.
There's no doubt about that.
Has this had any effect on our market? How will our market open?
It does. There were massive falls in gold shares yesterday. You're going to see similar things happen with oil stocks today, energy stocks in particular. Let's have a quick look and see where the ASX 200 is as we start. Down by about 1/5%. Down, sitting around that 9,000 mark for that. There's the Aussie dollar, sitting pretty much flat at the moment, just under 65 US cents.
Holiday at home. Hey, one quick question without notice.
Yes.
I thought it was really interesting, this test case essentially on work from home. This Westpac employee moved away. She's not complied with Westpac's, reasonable work 2 days in the office. She's taken it to the Fair Work Commission. She wants to work 5 days a week at home, and she's won.
Yes.
I mean, this has massive implications for business, right?
Big implications, right, for the way in which... See, ultimately, you sign, well, if you don't sign, you agree to a set of standards when you are hired. And what really troubles me about the the Fair Work Commission decision is you suddenly decide that you're going to make your own rules up. So at what point can your employer, say you and I, we decide we're going to do the television program for Mark? Well, you can't, right? Good luck. That ain't going to happen, right? So it's a nurse, a doctor, whomever it be. Now, in this case, they've said, well, this person is not a front-facing person. They can work from home. But I just think that's a really slippery slope. And again, makes it harder to employ people, makes it harder to actually be flexible in the workplace. I think there's a really fundamental issue that goes to the heart of, again, productivity, but again, competitiveness here in Australia for Australian companies.
I agree, Ross. We're going to speak to the FSU about this as well. We'll see you soon.